No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Who was the people who stayed the other day for the whole practice? Who gripe about not being in practice and then don't stay the whole time, not open practices? Who writes all the articles and gripes about no open practices and then they don't even stay for the whole practice? Huh? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Huh? No, see, that's what I say. Y'all like little kids. You want something till you get it, then you want something else.
That's fair.
That was good.
That's fair.
Is that fair or not? That is fair. All right, good job though. It was a good solid day, good Saturday. Got going, got more physical, getting toward the scrimmage a little bit. Guys are ready to play, but we're putting a lot of things in. Did goal line, did 2 minutes, did a lot of blitz work, did a lot of, new stuff, new situations today, installing different looks, and very pleased. I thought, guys on both sides made plays. It was one-sided win. It was a very competitive day. I like that. I think our execution on both sides has got to go up. It is new, but we got to understand how to play winning football. As long as effort doesn't always guarantee you win. You got to have it, but then you got to play the details, and that's what we got to keep polishing out. But I think we made progress. I was very pleased, especially with some of the new stuff. Is that we did it once or twice, 2-3 times, to start getting better and better. And things will really help us on both sides of the ball. So very pleased. Question?
You got a scrimmage coming up soon?
Yeah, hopefully Monday. Hopefully Monday we will. But it sounds like it's supposed to be a monsoon on Monday. So we'll have to judge and go by what we got to do. If tomorrow wasn't Easter, we might would go out there on Sunday and try to beat it, but we're not going to do that on Easter Sunday. I promise you that.
How important would that be for these quarterbacks the first time?
I think it'd be very good. Well, I'll tell you what, we're doing a lot of situational scrimmage, some of the same things we're doing in practice, 1-on-1s, 2s-on-2s, all that stuff in practice. So kind of getting a feel for how I think they'll do and what goes on, but still, as I say, you take the pacifier away. We know the coaches ain't out there and the things, you got to go out there and manage it yourself. If something bad happens, how you deal with it. If something good happens, how you deal with it. So from that, but there's a lot of other young guys out there I'm anxious to see too, but it'll be a big day for them.
Have the guys stay pretty healthy for the most part?
Yeah, we have. We really have. I mean, you get a few nicks and knacks, but for the most part, we've been very healthy. Very healthy.
Talking about the new stuff that you've been installing, have you been able to do that at the pace, particularly on the defensive end, that you would normally be doing it in the spring, or has there been a little more going back and rehashing some of the?
No, I ain't going back now. We've gotten more in, a lot more in. We've gotten a lot more in. Our looks, coverages, and blitz. See, you can't. If you wait, there's not enough practices to wait. You got to throw it all in, see what sticks. Then you go back over it and detail it after it's in, and just keep rehashing it. Let it go run it in the summers with their 7-on-7 stuff that they do, on their own. Go mix it in, and you got all 30 days. So you got to get it installed in now. At least they have some knowledge of it.
Coaches, you got two young cornerbacks, PJ and Keelan, are getting a lot of reps out of it. How are they looking?
Very good. Keelan's still in a little nick, the groin, that he'll have to have worked on after spring, but he'll be fine. But he's doing very well, very toughing through it. PJ, I've been very pleased. He's making progress every day. I think got a chance to be a really, really good player. Play shows a lot of toughness too, physical guy.
You guys any closer to something on DeMarcus from the NCAA?
You got to flip it on.
Is it? How frustrating is that?
It is frustrating because those classes have been used at other schools and been okay. Now all of a sudden they aren't. I don't know why. It was just one class anyway, for one semester. I have. Then they file an appeal and go through it. But I mean, that's their prerogative. They do whatever they want to do.
If the appeal didn't go through, what happened?
Then it may be a whole process. There's 2 or 3. It can become a appeal. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So I mean, I don't see why it won't, because they've been used at other. I mean, that school's used it with other guys before.
Is he able to do like weight room stuff and like other?
No, I mean he's got to be very limited.
Have you talked to Marvin at all? Have you guys caught Marvin racing?
No, he's in the track. He's in all of our meetings and all that stuff every day, but not out here as much because of his legs and stuff. And it will hinder him greatly. It will hinder him greatly.
Does it look like he might get out here next week?
No, I doubt it. Florida relays and all that. So.
How's Kelvin Benjamin look? I mean,
solid. Okay.
He seems like he started off pretty hot last year and kind of cooled off.
Like a lot of kids do. I mean, they got to get. You got to learn to get your redshirt sophomore now. Get consistent. But he's doing some really good things. Made some really nice plays today, as a matter of fact. But just I've got to fight for consistency. You got to fight for consistency.
Do you look for a guy? Because Rodney was a bigger, taller guy. Are you kind of looking for a guy with that body type?
I mean, if you got them, it's great. If you don't, you play with the ones you got. There's a lot of things you can do. So we're going to play the best guys that deserve to play and do out there. Not saying he's not one of them, but I mean, it's nice to have some of those big guys at times. We got some other really good players that play very good. No, he's playing really good. I think Denton Green are playing the best. I think Denton Green by far are playing the best. I think Christian Green's making a lot of progress. I see some nice things with Christian coming back and doing some really good things in there. So from that part,
What's kind of held him back previously?
what's that, Christian? Knowledge, and you got to understand. I mean, how to be consistent. How to be consistent, and that's still the thing they fight. I mean, how they run a slant, because the leverage has changed. When blitzes come, when things come, I mean, that's whoever you are. I mean, whatever, you got to fight consistency.
But you've got a lot of those guys that have moved from quarterback in high school to wide receiver. Just
And that's what they don't understand is a big difference. Now, some adapt to it more quickly than others. They've had some great success with guys like that in the past, in different areas. But I think I've been very pleased with Christian, and he's doing a good job right now.
Gerald Dempsey.
And some other guys were doing really good ahead of him. That's the other thing. You get some guys ahead of him, they're doing really good.
Is Gerald Dempsey taking advantage of the extra reps?
Doing solid, doing a nice job. Doing a nice job. More involved.
Yeah. I mean, what does that do for him, being more involved, just in terms of, you see the growth quicker than
Oh,
you've seen?
yeah, no doubt. I mean, because you get out there and throw the fire. Jameis went with the ones a lot today. And Coker took us in 2 minutes, took us down and scored with the ones. We're the second group today. He did a nice job. I was very pleased with him. Glenn had a good, solid day, but I really like Jacob's progress. He handled 2 minutes very well in some situations. I put Jameis in with the ones. He had 3 or 4 really nice plays, had a nice pull read, threw a couple nice corner routes for touchdowns. And I thought played very well today. I mean, they still got some mistakes, but you can see, and they're getting much more consistent. And the more you put them with, and we rotate them with the good end of the ones, they get in the pocket. Sometimes it's easy. It's crazy to sound. You think they'd be more nervous, but sometimes the other guys do their job better around them and lets them focus on themselves better. So I've been very pleased with their progress. I thought both of them had good days. I'm not saying Clinton didn't or Sean didn't, but they made some really nice plays.
Are you doing that more this spring, rotating the backup quarterback to the one?
With the running backs and those guys, yes, much more. You got to see what they can do. When you got all the horses, and when you don't have all the horses, you got to evaluate.